Every morning you do the same thing: keys, phone, shoes, door, and every morning two eyes watch you do it. Your cat doesn't follow you to work. It doesn't watch you drive away. The door closes and you're gone. But here's the question nobody thinks to ask. Where does your cat think you went? The answer is stranger than you'd expect. It doesn't think you went anywhere. We assume cats don't care when we leave. That's the reputation. Dogs cry at the door. Cats barely look up. The internet made it a joke. Your dog thinks you're its whole world. Your cat thinks it is the world. But that joke is built on a misunderstanding. Cats and dogs evolved from completely different social systems. Dogs descended from wolves, pack animals, group hunters. Their survival depended on knowing where every member was at all times. Losing a packmate was a crisis. Cats descended from African wildcats, solitary hunters, creatures that claimed territory alone, hunted alone, and survived alone. A cat's ancestors didn't need to track other cats. They needed to track prey and protect space. So when your cat watches you leave and doesn't howl at the door, it's not because it doesn't care. It's because its brain was never wired to process departure the way a dog's brain was. But not wired for it doesn't mean feels nothing. Not even close. In 2019, animal behaviorist Kristen Vitale and her team at Oregon State University ran an experiment. They adapted the Ainsworth Strange Situation Test, a method originally designed to measure attachment in human infants, and used it on cats. The setup was simple. Place a cat in an unfamiliar room with its owner. Owner leaves. Owner comes back. Watch what happens. The results surprised almost everyone. About 65% of the cats showed what researchers classify as secure attachment. When the owner returned, these cats greeted them briefly, then relaxed and went back to exploring. That's the exact same pattern securely attached human babies show with their mothers. The remaining cats showed insecure attachment, clinging, avoidance, or mixed signals. The finding wasn't that all cats are secretly emotional wrecks. The finding was that the cats don't care story was scientifically wrong. They form bonds, real ones. But bonding with you and understanding where you go are two very different things. Here's where cat cognition gets strange. Cats do have object permanence. Hide a toy under a blanket and your cat knows it's still there. It'll dig for it. That's a cognitive ability some animals never develop. But object permanence has limits. Your cat can hold the idea that something hidden still exists for a while. It can't build a story about where that thing went or what it's doing. It doesn't picture the toy in another room having adventures. And that's exactly how it processes you. People have recorded what cats actually do when owners leave for work. Hidden cameras show a pattern. Some cats sit near the door for 15 to 30 minutes after the owner walks out. Some move to spots that carry the owner's scent. A pillow, a worn shirt, a specific chair. Some vocalize more, some sleep more, some pace. The behavior varies. But one thing stays consistent. Your cat responds to the gap you left behind, not by wondering where you are, by existing in a world where you're simply not there. Think about the difference between your experience and your cat's. You know you drove to work, you sat in traffic, you answered emails, you ate lunch. You drove back. In your mind, there's a continuous story connecting morning to evening. Your cat has none of that. When you walk through that door, your cat doesn't think. She went to the office. It doesn't picture you somewhere else. Its brain doesn't build a parallel world where you exist out of sight. You don't go anywhere. You dissolve. The territory shifts from complete to incomplete. Something that was part of the environment is now missing, like a piece of furniture that vanished. And when you come home, you don't return from somewhere. You reappear. The world corrects itself. The missing piece is back. This is why cats don't greet you the way dogs do. A dog acts like you came back from the dead. A cat acts like the world just reset itself. The furniture is back. Things are normal. That's not indifference. That's a completely different model of reality. And here's the part that should actually get to you. Some cats' owners are hospitalized for weeks stop eating. They lose weight. They pull out their own fur. Veterinarians call it psychogenic alopecia, stress-induced hair loss. The cat can't call anyone. It can't ask what happened. It just knows the world has been incomplete for too long, and it's falling apart because of it. So the next time you grab your keys and your cat just sits there, staring, remember what's actually happening. It's not ignoring you. It's watching a piece of its world disappear. It doesn't know if you'll come back in an hour or never. It has no concept of your schedule, your commute, or your calendar. It only knows that right now you're here, and in a moment you won't be. Cats evolved to survive alone. That part is true. But your cat didn't choose to live alone. It lives with you. And somewhere inside a brain built for solitary hunting, it formed an attachment to a creature it can't follow, can't track, and can't understand. Every morning it watches you vanish. Every evening, you reappear. And in between, it waits in a world that feels quietly slightly wrong. That's not indifference. That might be the loneliest kind of loyalty there is. If this changed how you see your cat, there's another video that'll change how you see every animal that's ever looked at you. I'll leave it on screen now. And if you want one of these every week, subscribe. Your cat won't mind. It'll just wonder where the clicking sound went.